What the fuck is this game? Like many people who found Halls of Torment, I was scrolling on YouTube one wonderful sunny day when everyone's favorite Baldy came glowing across my screen. Asmongold was playing a game that changed his life. And, I mean, in all reality, yeah, I would agree with that. Now, I'm going to say this with the straightest face so that you all know that I am extremely serious. This might actually be the best $5 I have ever spent in gaming. I started in a cave, staring at a man in a game that looks like it was something straight from Diablo 1 and 2. Me likey. There isn't anything to click. The stones are just stones. The fire does nothing. All that there is a door with a demon's face on it that you can walk through. So I did. And as soon as I walked through that door, something happened. I became an addict. Like the last game I made a video on, Deep Rock Galactic, this game has that same exact goblin inside of my brain that's just sitting there telling me to do one more. It won't hurt you. Just do one more. The first night, I bought this game, and I just told myself, I'll just do 1 or 2 runs, see if it's something that I enjoy, and if it isn't, I can always refund it. And then, 5 hours passed before I think I even blinked. Halls of Torment takes the same formula that Vampire Survivors did to make it a hit, and builds upon it to make it its own thing. My first run, I expected to die very quickly, because I have small brain. But to my surprise, I actually lasted a good amount of time. I upgraded my character, I got some new abilities, and I started to slay down mini-bosses and hordes of enemies like they were absolutely nothing. Oh, now a chest drops. And it's got a ring in it. Well, that's kind of cool. And the whole time, the game kept popping up achievements that I was getting as I was going through my run. Not only hooking me to the progress of my character, but hooking me to the progress of my overall account. It was a shot of feel-good juice straight into my brain, and this was only the first run. I kept grinding up to the point to where I got to these stupid dogs. I mean, they just take way too much damage, and eventually, yeah, I was slain. But look at all of these completed quests I got done. Look at all of the progress that I've made. And it's just after my first run. This is awesome. The game even gives me what I should do next. The Well Keeper. I will ignore this and forget it has ever existed as soon as this screen starts to fade away. Who's the Well Keeper? Maybe I'll never know. Back to camp now, and in walks a new hero. And some of the rocks start to break away to show that there was more to this cave than I was led to believe. This game is a roguelite. The more you play, the stronger you become. You can strengthen your character at the Shrine of Blessings. All of those quests that I got done, I can see all of those quests now and also see the rewards that I get for completing them. Sometimes it's gold. Sometimes it's a new item that'll drop, like that ring did in my first run. Or sometimes it's a new upgrade to the abilities that I get by killing some of the mini-bosses. Remember when the game told me to go to the Ember Grounds to find the Well Keeper? Yeah, fuck that. Back to the Haunted Caverns. I must win. And this was just the beginning of where this game led me over the course of the next 30 plus hours. And have I said it? I actually don't know if I have said it, but this game is only $5. The way it's been going lately, that's, I mean, just about as much as like a double cheeseburger from McDonald's. But back to me trying that new character, the Archer, and I died again. Shit. But I got a little further this time. This is the loop that the game locks you into. They gave me the key to get out of the loop. I can just exit the game whenever I want. I can quit whenever I want. I had the key. I threw it into the lava. I want to be locked in here. All it did was start with me wanting to beat the first level. That's it. I just wanted to beat the first level. I didn't know what was going to come at the end of this timer that was ticking down, but I wanted to see. I needed to see. Each mini-boss that I died to only fueled me to keep going, to get to the end of the timer, to see what was there. And every run, I do progress. I progress my character through the roguelite. I progress with finding new items that I can put on those characters. I progress with the achievements that just keep flooding my screen every time that I go in. And with the completion of those achievements, the unlocking of all these skills, I get also a new character, the cleric. Just one more run. Need to see how the cleric plays, of course. I need to stress, this was all on the first night. I loaded into this game just to test it out, and I am going on to hour 3, and I still am playing this game. And oh look, I finally made it to the boss. Learning the mechanics on the fly, though, and trying to avoid everything was a little bit too much for my baby brain, and eventually he killed me. But I got a taste of the end. Well, the end of the first level. So there I was. Hour 4 on the first night of me playing Halls of Torment. I was supposed to be in bed 3 hours ago. But I made it to the boss. All I have to do is beat the boss, and I can move on to the next thing that the game wants me to do. Whatever that was. Would this have been easier if I just would have went and did the quest that the game wanted me to do and go find the well keeper and talk to the well keeper instead of just like going back in and doing the first zone over and over and over again? Absolutely. But here's the thing. I'm a gamer. And right now, I'm a god gamer. And I will beat this boss. I had done it. I beat the first boss. The Lord of Pain is danger? No. I am the danger. It was 6 in the morning. I was ready to go to bed. But there it was again. The well keeper. Who is the well keeper? What does he do? What does he want? How can me finding him help me? I should have really went to bed. But one more run won't kill me. Cleric was the one that I rode to victory in the first zone, so let's see if I can ride him to victory in the second zone as well. I head in and go to the Wellkeeper marker, and wow, they actually have voiced dialogue in this game.
Praise the gods, another mortal soul.
Wow, how did they get Andy Serkis to do the dialogue? That's kind of a big get.
I beg of you, release me from this wretched cage. The key must be somewhere nearby.
Uh-oh, guys. I don't think this is Andy Serkis anymore. I free budget Andy Serkis, and it's finally time to dominate this zone. I beat the Lord of Pain. I beat the first zone. I died. But now, Andy Serkis is in the cave now, and he's about to show me a very important mechanic of this game. The well. Those chests that I was getting from the mini-bosses that had like little items that I can then put onto my character. Well, now I can take one of those items per run, throw it into the well. I guess it drops down to the Wellkeeper, and then I have to buy it, but I still get it, but I can buy it then from the Wellkeeper to then permanently keep it on my character for each run. Essentially, I'm like building loadouts for each character, which is pretty freaking awesome. And having all these loadouts will definitely make zones a lot easier now. It's another form of progression in the game that keeps that goblin very happy. And now finally, I could rest. Well, after one more run to get my first item to the Wellkeeper so that I can buy it, but now I can rest. This was my first night. I sat down in my chair, I loaded into Halls, and 5 hours had passed before I even knew what had happened. And this continued every single night for 4 straight days. The content kept coming every single time I loaded into the game. Every night, I was unlocking new characters. I was unlocking new abilities. There were new items that I was getting that I could then drop down the well to buy from the Wellkeeper. And those new items would then pair with some of the new characters I was getting. I was trying new combinations of items on my character and the abilities that I would get from beating the mini-bosses. And the game just kept growing. I would think like, okay, finally, I've reached the end of things that I'm going to be getting. And then I would finish a run, and a new character would walk up to the fire. I would finally get things maxed out at the Shrine of Blessing, but then the new character that I just unlocked would unlock a whole nother section that I could then progress at the Shrine of Blessing. And all of this was occurring at the same time that I was trying to beat the other 2 zones that the game currently has. And in true roguelite fashion, Zone 2 started extremely difficult, but then the more I played, the more things that I unlocked, the more Shrine of Blessing that I maxed out, the easier that zone became. And again, the great thing about this game, the thing that just kept me coming back, again, this is $5. This game is $5. I just need to make that extremely clear to everybody. Sorry, but after the second stage got squashed, I went into the third, and again, I got absolutely beaten to a pulp within that zone. The enemies in Zone 3 are a little bit stronger. The mini-bosses are a little bit stronger. The final boss is a little bit tankier, and they throw just an absolute shit ton of enemies at you within this zone. The zone also added a new mechanic of it actually, like, shrinking, which was really neat. I'm trying not to like spoil anything just in case there are people who haven't played this game yet and are seeing this for the first time and want to play it. You should go play it. But there is one enemy that was added into the zone that I just want to spotlight real quick, and it's for anybody who has watched the show Doctor Who. There's these angels that when you look at them, they turn to stone, and when you look away, they try to attack you. And the only time that they take damage is when they're turned to stone, but they don't really have a health pool. You have to like hit them a certain amount of times in order for them to finally break. The only reason I bring them up is because I fucking hate these things. Fuck these enemies. But let's bring this all to the present, on where I'm at right now in Halls of Torment. I am currently, at the time of recording this, at 35 hours in the game. I have beat all 3 zones. I've unlocked most of the items and abilities that the game has, but I am still at most. There is still more to do in this game. Normally, I am someone who doesn't really chase achievements. I really just don't even give a shit about achievements normally. If I get them, cool, I guess. If I don't get them, I don't really give a shit. As long as the gameplay is good and I had fun playing the game, that's really all I care about. And with that being said, there is just something about this game. I think it's that they tie the achievements to like in-game rewards that you get, which really just makes it a lot more fun to chase those achievements. And it's still in early access. But I'm not logging in and playing the game for hours on end every day now, but I have logged in every single day to do 1 or 2 runs to try and get that next achievement done so that I can unlock everything that this game has to offer right now. I can't wait to see what new zones they bring, what new heroes they decide to do if they do decide to do others, what new abilities get put in, what new bosses get put in. Hopefully, some of those bosses get added to the first few zones, that way you have some variety as you're going through each run. For now though, as I wait, I will continue to log in every day to try to get all of these achievements done. which includes trying to get every character to level 100, which I've only done one so far. I'll continue to slay all the demons that stand between me and that victory. And finally, I will continue to push this game to as many eyes as possibly I can, so that I can see this game flourish into the future. Go buy the game, and thank you for watching.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in